Hi, I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and as you can see, I have the Beverly Hills Cop set right here. I'm about to review this one. This is part 3. Not one of the best ones in the series, but I'm going to do it. This was a fantastic set. Yes, it's on DVD, but I think it was worth the money. I will be getting the Blu-ray versions in 2020. So, without further ado, here's my review of Beverly Hills Cop 3. I didn't like this one as much. It was more like Batman and Superman and stuff like that, but it is what it is. As you guys know, I'm not one for superhero movies, so that's why I didn't really like the third one. But anyway, guys, nonetheless, here's my review. I approve this message. Alright, guys, you saw me hold up once again the Beverly Hills Cop set that I ordered. This is May 25th, 1994. That's when this installment was released. This is Beverly Hills Cop 3. This was the final one in the trilogy until Netflix announced that they would be doing the fourth one. This one, unfortunately, was the worst one. I can't say of all because part 4 didn't come out yet. But as of right now, this one is the worst one. I watched it with my mom once again. We watched all 3 of them together. She made a very good point, a very interesting point. She said that Axel Foley was more like a superhero in this one. He was more like Batman or Superman or something like that. They had him saving children. And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that this one was a little different from the rest of them. Even Eddie Murphy pointed out that this one was the weakest one in the series. This one stars Eddie Murphy again as Axel Foley, and it stars Gilbert Hill, I believe his name is, as Douglas Todd. Douglas Todd ends up getting killed this time because Axel tries to launch this sting operation in Detroit that goes horribly wrong. Once again, Axel Foley is told to do things in a cautious manner, but he throws all caution to the wind and he just completely screws up the operation. So Douglas gets killed, and then he goes to Beverly Hills once again to find Douglas's killer named Ellis DeWald, and Ellis DeWald was played by Timothy Carhart. Originally, for Beverly Hills Cop 3, they were going to do a storyline where Lieutenant Bogomil, played by Ronnie Cox, is kidnapped and he's taken to London. And the 3 of them have to go to London. I think it was supposed to be Axel Foley, Billy Rosewood, and John Taggart. They were supposed to go to London to go rescue Lieutenant Bogomil, but they threw that script out and they went with this one instead. Quite frankly, I wish they would have went with the other one, and they should have released this in 1989. I don't know why they waited so long to do this film. I liked it okay. It was alright, because Axel had to go to Beverly Hills to try to find Ellis DeWald. That's the guy that killed Inspector Todd, and he tried to kill him. Uncle Dave was played by Alan Young. But yeah, he tried to kill Uncle Dave, and then he blamed it on Axel. And the guys that you would think were the good guys, they were in on it with him. Like, there was this one guy that was, I guess he was like a cop or something, and his name was Orrin Sanderson, and he was played by John Saxon. And then there was that other guy that was a Secret Service agent, and he was in on it, so it was just one big mess. I knew something was suspicious when Axel tried to go after Todd's killer, and that Secret Service guy was like, no, no, don't go after him. We're on the case. A lot was lacking here. It didn't have Bogomil. It didn't have John Taggart. It didn't have Inspector Todd. So to me, those were things that made Beverly Hills Cop Beverly Hills Cop. This movie was more like something for children. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this one was rated PG-13 or something like that. Because as my mom pointed out, it was a brilliant observation, by the way. I had never even thought of it like that. But she said he seemed more like a superhero than anything else in this movie. And it's not that I have anything against kids. It's just that I think it should have been more geared towards adults. And I really hope they don't do that with the fourth one, which I'm sure they won't. Because as I pointed out, Eddie Murphy said that this one was the weakest one in the entire series. It turns out that Uncle Dave Thornton was okay. He's just fine. He lived. Douglas Todd died, which sucked. And I'm wondering, is Axel the new captain? When does this take place? I'm guessing 10 years after the first one. And who's in charge since Inspector Todd died? I hope they explain all that. And Bogomil is old by now, so I guess he's not coming back. Maybe they can bring his daughter back, played by Alice Adair, because I'm guessing she's like in her late 30s by now, so maybe she can take over. I don't know. But, long story short, Ellis DeWald was running some kind of crooked operation there in Wonderworld, and Axel Foley went to California to stop him, just like he went to California to stop the other villains in the other two movies. So it was basically more of the same, but there were important characters missing. Like I said, Bogomil wasn't in this. Todd was killed. Taggart wasn't in this. So it just wasn't the same. It just wasn't. And as my mom pointed out, this was geared more towards children. And I don't really understand why they did that. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check the rating for this. So I checked the set that I got it in. The 3-disc set. And it says rated R. How is this rated R? It's like she said. It was all kiddie and childish and shit. Like, how is this movie rated R? Beverly Hills Cop 3 is rated R? The whole movie was centered towards children. Wow. Anyway, he basically saves the children. One of them is about to fall off of an amusement park ride called the Spider. And he has to swing down a fucking rope to save the child like he's Spider-Man and shit. Just like she said, he acts like a fucking superhero in this movie. He's Spider-Man and Batman and shit like that. I hope they don't do that with the fourth one. Seriously. But, long story short, he saved Uncle Dave. And Uncle Dave named the character after him, Axel Fox, which I guess is cool. So that was my review, Beverly Hills Cop 3, May 25th, 1994. Please don't make part 4 like part 3. and don't turn them into a fucking superhero again. Alright guys, thanks for listening to my review. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. Beverly Hills Cop 3, May 25th, 1994. See you later.